All right, cool. So what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I wanted to walk through a very key important element throughout your creative process, which is doing creative analysis and making iterations based off of the creatives and ads that you have tested in your ad account, and how to actually uncover best winning formulas so that you could put in your next creative iterations to really further improve your ad results and performance. And this iteration process has been an ongoing system that we have been continuing to improve and to update. So what I'm going to show you in this video is how we are currently doing creative analysis and iterations. But as we progress and as we develop new ideas, new concepts, this will also be updated. I imagine in another month or two, I will be able to do an update video on this specific topic where you can see how we are making changes to this process continuously. So if you are a brand that is currently struggling with creative analysis and iterations and are looking to get some creative help to continue to scale your ad campaigns profitably and effectively, I left a Calendly link in the description so you can speak with one of our team members to go through how we're able to adapt this type of creative analysis and iteration process to your creative system so you're able to maximize the value and insights that you can get from each testing that you are doing in your ad account. So let's dive in. So first, let's discuss when you actually start doing the creative analysis and iteration. So the very first step before you do any creative analysis and iteration is actually to understand the market, the audience, and what are some of the video concepts that you could do. And based off of that, and depending on how well you are doing the research and how familiar you got about the audience, about the ideal customer avatar, then you'll be able to create at least 4 to 5 new creatives based off of these concepts that you just came up with. Then after running those videos for, let's say, 3 to 4 days, you'll be able to gather some good data and some good metrics in the ad account. And now it's time to do the creative analysis. And next step will be the iteration off of those video concepts that you just made for the first round and how you're able to incorporate some feedback and insights from this first round into the next one. So again, we are now at a stage after testing a first round of content. It's time to do the creative analysis. And before we dive into an actual ad account that we are currently managing and to show you exactly how we are synthesizing the data, how we are coming up with some good insights and things that we're going to incorporate into the next round, first, I wanted to walk you through this graph, which I think is super important to understand when doing this sort of creative analysis. And I usually like to call this just a consumer conversion funnel. If we take a step back and just to understand how someone becomes a customer, which is someone, end up purchasing a product online, is really first, you need to get this person's attention. If you don't have this person's attention, there's no way this person will be aware of the product, will be aware of the brand. Then next, you need to develop interest. You now got this person's attention. Next, you need to figure out how to continue to hold this person's attention. Then the driver behind this is really just to develop an interest from this person. Then through that interest, you will lead this person to develop a desire, and which is a want. They will end up desiring and wanting this product based off of the interest. And lastly, if this person end up purchasing the product or whatever you're selling in the content, then it's ultimately an action or actions this person is going to take. So really, it reflects what exactly this funnel is talking about, which is just a process that each person needs to go through in order to end up purchasing or making a change or end up making a purchase or taking an action. So how is this going to be reflected in an ad account? Attention is going to be hook rate or 2 and 3 seconds view rate. And sometimes people also call this sum stop ratio or sum stop rate for hook rate. The next, you got this person's attention, it's time to develop an interest. And interest is often reflected as an hold rate or average watch time. Because the more interested the person is, the more likely the person is going to continue to watch the content or watch the ad. So this is really reflected on how long are they into the ad before they scroll away, or they click into the ad and to land on the product page. Then the third will be want. So if this person really, so once the ad develop a desire for this person will end up clicking into the ad and just to look at what product is actually being sold on the product on the website. Then if the person really likes the ad, likes the product, and has enough social proof to really convince them to buy, then in the end, we will have a conversion. And this is really what we like to call, the actions that the customer is going to end up taking. So overall, this funnel is really important to understand because when we're analyzing creatives, analyzing ads, we need to understand which part of the process that we need to improve. For example, if the hook rate is fine, but the hold rate and average watch time isn't there, then we need to understand, is it because people are clicking away or people are clicking into the ad? Vice versa, if the hold rate is pretty good, the average watch time, is above 50% of the entire ad, but the hook rate isn't that great, then we could go back and start to iterate different versions of the hook rate because it's not strong enough to catch people's attention. So obviously there are many different types of conclusions and things that you can end up with based off of this funnel. So now we're going to actually go into the ad account to take a look at some of the ads that we are currently running and how we are doing the creative analysis and coming up with insights. So now we're in this ad account, and for the illustration purpose, I'm going to set the date to last 7 days, and I'm going to look at this new ad set that we just created and some of the new pieces of content that we launched over the past few days. So as you can see here, there are 3 different ads that are located in this ad set. And what we're going to do first is to take a look at which ad got the most spend. So this ad apparently is the clear winner in TikTok eyes. It got almost majority of the spend. Other ads didn't. This ad particularly got only $10, and this only got $40. So what we are actually in fact going to do after starting next week is just to break out those 2 ads and put them in their individual ad set so they can have a chance to really get some spending going, because currently in this ad set, they're overshined by the first winning ad, but they might have potential. It just TikTok over indexes the first ad. So first takeaway is whenever you are testing different versions of a video concept or angle, and especially when one of the ads is getting 90% of the spend, you want to break out the other ads into their individual ad sets so they can get a chance to spend and have an equal opportunity to really being tested in front of the audience. So next, we want to take a look at the click-through rate. So this is essentially how we're going to judge whether the ads have created enough desire, want for people to click into the ad to look at the product. So the first top ad obviously got a pretty strong and solid click-through rate, which is hovering at 1.4%. So overall, this is a good ad. Now let's take a look at the hook rate, the attention. Are we getting people's attention in our hook? After doing a quick math, we'll be able to know the hook rate is around 35%, which is really good, and that already hit our mark. But obviously, if you want to continue to improve, 40% will be even better. Then next, we're going to take a look at interest. Are we developing interest? Are people staying on the video to watch? So first thing you can look at is the average watch time, and it's less than 4 seconds. So the ad is around 40 seconds. So you can know now. So now obviously the conclusion that you can drive is the ad isn't developing enough interest for people to stay and watch. But another situation might be people are clicking into the ads before they got a chance to watch the entire thing, even got a chance to watch 50% of the thing. There could be 2 types of situations that are affecting this metrics. But if we take a look at the 25% video views and divided that by impressions, it ended up being around 5% or 6%, which is relatively low. So at this point, we know, okay, the video had a pretty strong hook rate, some stop ratio, However, it did not generate enough interest for people to stay. Most of the people only watch it less than 4 seconds, and they might scroll away, or they already end up clicking into the ads. So now on a high level, we know the inefficiencies, the issue that we needed to improve. So now we have identified the main issue with this concept, with this video that we need to do to improve the results even further. So next, I wanted to utilize this very cool and helpful tool inside TikTok Ads Manager called Video Insights, which will give us even more data and even more knowledge about how the videos are doing in terms of clicks, at which point people are clicking into the ad and whatnot. Okay, now we are inside the Video Insights dashboard. And if I set this to, again, the last 7 days, just to keep things consistent, and gonna click here to last 7 days as well. And we're just gonna look at some of the top video ads here, because obviously, as you can see, again, only the first ad got enough spent to really analyze anything. So we're gonna take a look at this ad and to see some of the analysis that TikTok is showing us. So now we're inside this video ad, and the things that we're most interested in analyzing is, as the video plays, how many clicks at each second that the content, the clip is generating. So usually I ignore the first seconds, because that is when it's looped and people just click away or click into the ad. So we really typically like to ignore the first, I would say first 1 to 2 seconds. And what we're really going to start to analyze is here. As you can see, there is a jump in clicks. So we want to see what exactly happened, at 4 seconds, why people suddenly got more interest. So clicks are maintaining at the same level. Now, then after the creator said African inspired pieces, there's suddenly a jump in clicks. So the insights that we have come up with is the audience really interested in this concept, which is African inspired pieces. And this is also actually a learning that we had earlier on. So almost in every video concept, we would like to mention and include this term African inspired pieces, because we just have consistently see audience response really well to this term. And when the creator set the product name and also the brand name, we can see there's also a jump here in clicks. So probably another conclusion that we could arrive here is people are aware of the brand. People are aware of Dianu in African inspired fashion. So that's a good signal for us that Dianu, it is a brand that has a good enough presence in the space that people are interested in learning more about this product and this brand. So before we get to the spike in our video in terms of clicks, I want to understand also why there's this small spike here first. And if we go back here again, the thing that the creator said is olive geometric design. And again, this is also a term we have seen in other video concepts and other videos that have also become a thing that really gained interest and attention from our audience. And also in terms of the visual, as you can see, this is really the first time the creator got a full-size body shot. If we take a look at so obviously there is a shot here that is a full size, and again, the clicks jumped here as well. But then the second time when the creator appeared in the frame full size is really in fact at 14 seconds here. And this is really, we got this big jump in clicks and all the way to here. So I think besides the learnings that we had, one of the things that we're going to change for the iteration for this ad is to actually, so we might take this entire thing and bring it all the way to the front, to the beginning of the videos, where it starts with the creator appeared in the full size body frame. And then what you notice, probably there's a small dip here when the creator started to zoom in on the texture and on the design of the rompers. So this also gives us a signal that people might not be very interested in learning and looking at very zoomed in shots. So full body side shots, away shots are better in this context for this specific audience. So the last spike that we had in this video is really where the creator said, I'm absolutely obsessed with it. And obviously it's a very common term nowadays that you hear in UGCs all the time. And, we took the chance and also use it in our ads. And it appeared to be that it is very effective when the creator expressed her obsession with a specific product. So I think we're going to continue to use this type of language in our future briefs and in our iterations as well, so that we could get really great clicks for this type of content. Yep, so overall, that is the video. That was the ad that we have been running for the past 7 days. And, just throughout the things that I've just walked through in this video, we already got a few different ideas that we could potentially do in our content to do the iterations. And that is a type of detailed video analysis that we like to do during this type of process. So hopefully this video was somewhat helpful and insightful for your own process when it comes to creative analysis and iteration. So give me a like or drop a comment below if you have any questions, and hope to catch you guys in the next video.